Happy Saturday, everyone. Yay, it's Saturday. Oh, I was so looking forward to the weekend. I had a short week this week, you guys, because we were closed Monday. But I can tell you that this was probably the longest short week I've ever had in my life. And I was so happy for it to be done last night. My husband and I went out to dinner. We went and just got tacos at this local place called Barrios downtown, and their tacos are so good, and their chips and salsa, you guys, oh my gosh. And we ended up getting like some kind of like sampler, like cheese and guacamole dip stuff. The one queso was French onion soup queso, and it was so good. So good. I could have just had that for dinner, like just that queso with a spoon, and I would have been thrilled. So I'm a big queso person anyway. I love it all. It's so delicious. But this was like so over the top. It was unreal. Anyway, it's gorgeous out. I have my windows open. It's like, I don't know, like maybe 60 degrees. I have jeans on, I have long sleeves on. It's funny because when it hits 60 degrees in the spring, we're all like, ooh, it's hot outside, I need to put some shorts on. But there's a nice little chill in the air, and I've got windows open all over the house. I just feel so energized and ready to roll. So let's do this. I've been looking at these beads on my desk for days because I wanted to pair them together and make a really pretty Coriana chain necklace. And it's funny because it's getting close to fall, but this is like very spring. So we're kind of just shifting gears here today. We're still going to do bright. There's nothing, no one has ever said that there's a rule that you cannot wear anything bright in the fall, right? So let's make it. I'll be right back. Okay guys, first I want to give you a little disclaimer. If you hear any yelling, don't be alarmed. It's just football season. So my husband is a big U of M fan. He had to work this weekend. U of M has a noon game today, and he just got home and he recorded the first hour of the game, so he's going to try to watch through that. And he turned the TV on, and right away we saw that Texas was up. So if you hear any shouting, don't be alarmed. You don't need to call 911. Everyone's fine. All right. So let me tell you a few things that I have here. So I have two 2.5 inch pieces of Coriana chain. We're using the stainless Coriana chain. I have 27 inches of Coriana chain for our necklace because we're going to make a pair of earrings and a necklace. I have a couple ball head pins, some ear wires, some clamshells, some bunch of crimp tubes, some different size jump rings, and my clasp. So what we're going to do is, this is the other half of a toggle, and I cannot actually find the other piece that goes through it. So I'm like, well, you know what? None of the other ones that I have work for it, and then they would be without their piece. So I'm like, we're just going to use this as a pendant. And I thought that that would be a really great little pendant. And then we're going to hang a few things off the bottom. Okay, just to make like a little dangly pendant. So we have a flower and a bee and flowers and flowers and flowers everywhere. So that's going to be that's going to be our pendant. Then we have some spacer beads. I have some little flower spacer beads and a couple little blue beads for the earrings. Now to get to the meat and potatoes of our necklace, I have these beautiful 12 millimeter faceted jade coin beads in deep blue. These came from Silver Silk and More when Nile had a pop-up shop. I saw these and I was like, oh my gosh, that is probably the most perfect blue I have ever seen in my life. They're gorgeous. So I want to use this. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do with it? Well, I've been hanging on to these for a while too, because apparently I have a shopping problem. And I especially have a shopping problem when it comes to Sam's live sales, okay? So this is a beautiful, absolutely beautiful strand of irregular square citrine squares. So gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous citrine. And it is like a 15-inch strand. You guys, I only paid $16 for this gorgeous citrine. Look at that. And it was probably honestly cheaper than that because I probably used a 5% off coupon. So I'm pretty sure I did. But anyway, this is what we're doing. So we are doing some blues and yellows and silver today. And I think that this pop of color is something that I really truly need in my life. So let's do this. The first thing I would like to do is I want to make our little charm holder here, okay? We have some things that we're going to dangle off of him. And I am going to use a small jump ring and put that little bumblebee on. What am I doing? Jump ring. There we go. All right. Oh, I don't know. This is the first year without Jim Harbaugh. I know if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm so sorry. Just drown it out. But this is the first season without Jim Harbaugh being the coach for U of M. And I'm hoping it does not affect their play because it could be a very, very miserable football season for me. You guys, it could be really bad for me. Anyway. Please send help. I might need to move out for football season. Go stay in a nice little Airbnb somewhere on the beach or something. Who wants to join me? Anybody else have football people in their household where you know that if their team is not doing great, you're just never going to hear the end of it, even though, which you, by the way, you can't say it's just a game because those are like fighting words, right? You can't say it's just a game because it is more than that to people who are diehard fans. And don't get me wrong, I love watching football. I absolutely love it. I just don't take it as seriously as most people, like my screaming husband. This is the only time like he gets angry. Like, you guys, he is never angry about anything. He is like the calmest individual I have ever met in my entire life. Calm and kind and sweet, but this is the only time he gets angry. So I'm just going to stay in my room all day. I'm going to just pop out a bunch of videos because I've got a lot of things planned out. All right, so let's just wire wrap this little guy here too, because we are going to use jump rings to put them on. Or do a wrap loop, I should say, not wire wrapped. You guys know what I'm talking about, don't you? Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get them on. I'm not going to need my round nose pliers anymore, so I stuck them off to the side because usually I have like such a pile of tools on my table that I can't even like move my arms. So let's get a couple of these small jump rings. I've got the hiccups. I'm not making any of them like any longer than each other. I want them to be like a little bit bunchy. The little flower on this side here. Really, really cute. So I am calling out to you guys. Please send me ideas of things you want to see because I really would like to know what you would like to see. And then I can try to work off of a list and make it happen. I bought myself a like a little to-do list, like little thing. Yeah, see? So hopefully I can start jotting some stuff down and get that going. I really want to make this channel like what you guys want to see, you know? So if there's anything in particular that you want to see, or if you happen to like be at a retailer and you see like a really cool bracelet and you're like, I want to see, you know, what it would take for me to mimic that. Because honestly, like those are some of like the best ideas. Oh, this is like a little extra random one. I don't even know. I wonder if I have any more of those. We'll just put him off to the side. We may not use him. All right. So I just want to bead. I just want to start beading onto this necklace. And let's open up our citrine here. After I'm done with this necklace and earrings, I'm going to have to take a break for lunch. I'm going to need some sustenance because I have stuff planned for Wendy's Crafting Friends today too. I've been doing series over there about going through my subscription box leftovers and seeing what I can make out of them. And I'm going to submit one to Chris today that's going to be, I think, kind of a lengthy one, but I want to do a bargain bead box one, and because I have a lot of that and I want to see what I can do with that. So stay tuned over there too. And if you just stumbled across mine and without knowing me from Wendy's Crafting Friends, that is another great place for you to go, you guys, to see some really awesome videos. There is a whole plethora of Wendy's archived videos on there too. And she did a lot of stuff. She would go shelling. So if anybody's interested in that, there's just a lot of stuff. She's got a lot of great things. Plus you have me and Veronica who put videos up there. So go check that out too. Hold on one second. I could feel a cough coming on and I did not want to try to work through it. So I had to just pause you for a second and let that go. All right. So I like the way the citrine just kind of like lays in behind there. And then we just put a couple like of our little spacers, flower spacers right next to it. And we're just going to work off that. So let's do some more citrine right here in the front. You guys, this citrine is so pretty. This is like probably like my 4th favorite gemstone. And I love the irregular squares. I don't know what it is about them. I love irregular beads. I mean, don't get me wrong. The you know, rounds are beautiful. The rondelles are my favorite bead. But when it comes to an irregular bead, I like putting them together in pieces because it's almost like a puzzle because you're trying to see, well, what piece looks best next to the other piece. All right, so there we go. We got that started. And let's just work these little flowers in. So if you've never used Coriana chain, this is a good video for you to watch because I'm going to show you how to close off the ends. So, and if you don't know what Coriana chain is a beadable metal chain that, I don't know if I can get that in there. Okay, let's have that one aside. That you can string on. That comes in a couple different millimeter diameters, and I'm working with 0.07, but it comes in 0.07 and 0.05. And like I said, it comes in a few different colors. I think I actually have it in all the metals because for the longest time I was getting it from Wendy when she had her website. But that website is no longer available, so I had to go onto Etsy and find a supplier, and I found a supplier. And then Beadbox Bargains, the sister store to Bargain Beadbox, started carrying it. So they do have it, or they did have it at some point. I haven't been on there today, so I'm not sure if they're out of stock or not, but I will put that link on there. And then I'll also link the supplier on Etsy, where I have gotten mine in the past, but they too run out from time to time, but they seem to get it back in pretty quickly. But I will link that for you. The citrine beads came from a live sale, but I got them from Sam's, so I will put the link to that. I will also link the Silver Silk Amore page where you can go access the pop-up shop. I don't know if they have any more of these. I got these in the summer, so it's possible that they don't. but you can always check out the beads from the pop-up shop. He usually has some really, really unique beads. So fun to find, stuff like that. Plus, while you're there, you can check out Silver Silk. You've seen me do it in videos, and we will have more videos with it because I absolutely love the product. And I did not have an affiliate with him. I would love an affiliate with him. I am sending you there because I love the product that much, and I want everybody else to experience that product as well. It's amazing. And those of you who do already, you know, your testimony is huge too. You know, talk about it in the comments, you know, let everybody know, anyone who has never used it, that, you know, yeah, it's awesome. You know, tell everybody what you think. All right. Honestly, these blue beads look like candy. Like I really want to eat them, but I know you can't eat beads, so I'm not going to. I mean, I could, but it would probably break some teeth, and we don't want that dentist bill. So I'm going to pull off some more citrine in a minute here. Where you at? There you go. And then let's put our little flower bead on. You know, I always forget about my little metal spacers that are like this. And then when I was cleaning out my my room the other day, and I came across like so many, you guys. I had so many little shapes. I have hearts, I have leaves, I have bugs, I have like just so many things. It's crazy. Oh, see that? I get so excited about moving on to the next thing that I'm like, oh, don't forget that. And it's always like a small bead or a spacer that I forget, or a bead cap. It's like, oh. But nobody's perfect, so. All right, so let me go ahead and move this down. Now the beautiful thing about Coriana chain is you do not have to bead all the way up, which is amazing. You don't have to do that. You can, but you don't have to. And I typically do not, because I do like having the chain exposed. I like people to see that it is actually a metal chain and not just a, and I'm not saying anything about beading wire because I use it all the time, but some people like to know that, you know, the metal chain is there. Okay, still need to move some more. All right. Okay, so now I have it all even, and I think we're gonna do just a couple, like the blue, a couple more blue, just because I want just to have a little bit more up here. And then I think we're going to end it. It's so pretty. I love these colors together. They are like perfect together. Oh no, you know what? I need to save a blue out for my earrings. Oh my goodness, I almost messed that one up big time. All right, so now that we know that we're not going to have to save or, you know, bead all the way up, we should be good to go right here. And so my beads don't float around or ride up the chain. I like to put a like stopper right there. So I'm gonna actually use these little crimps that have the little little stopper plug in them. See, they have like a little thing. You can get them, you could get them on Beadbox Bargains. I'm not sure if they still have them or if they're still in stock or not. I got these on Temu, and so I'd be happy to share that link with you as well. I'm going to be adding a lot of links to this video. And so once you know that your stuff's like in the right position, I'm actually using my crimpers because I can't seem to get a grip on that little crimp thing to make it stay. Okay, so it's not going to go all the way down because it's on chain, but now it just looks like a little bead there. All right, let's do the other one. If you don't have these, you can just flatten a crimp bead. The crimp beads are great for flattening because they don't take up a lot of space. I mean, you can do it with a crimp tube too, but there we go. So now those are not going anywhere. See, you can tip it upside down and it's going to stay right where it's at. Oh, my little bee is going all crazy. There we go. All right, so let's finish the ends. So for the ends of this, I'm using a clamshell. These are available literally everywhere you can buy beading supplies. I do get the ones with the closed loop at the top. They have some with an open loop. I recommend not getting those because the closed loop ones are, I just have more faith in those than I do the ones with the open loop that you have to close yourself. This metal is so malleable that I'm always afraid that it's going to open up. So I recommend the closed loop ones. And then you need a crimp bead or a crimp tube that you're going to slip right over top of the Coriana chain, okay? And then we're going to just grab a hold of it with our flat pliers, no crimping pliers, and just move it up. Now I have a teeny tiny bit of Coriana chain sticking out of my pliers. You see that? This is about how much we want to be sticking out of that crimp. And the reason I do that is because if you get too close to the end, you could damage your Coriana chain or make it break off. And then just make sure it's crimped down really good and tight. And then give it a tug test, and it's good, it's on there, it's not going anywhere. And then flatten your clamshell right over top, lining up your loops, so just do it slowly. And then once you get that far, then you can clamp down a little bit harder, but don't like smash the bubble part because it will smash. They're pretty malleable. All right, let's do the same thing on this side. Okay. Good. Oh, my son just rolled out of bed. It's 1:15. He was hanging out with his friend, his best friend last night. And they were, they went swimming. They haven't, his best friend works at a pool place, and his aunt and uncle owns it, I think, if that's the case. Anyway, they have an indoor pool there, so they went swimming last night, and I didn't stay up for him because I don't stay up for anybody. I just go to bed. And so he slept in this morning. He's been doing so good with his job. His boss, one of his bosses wanted to take him to dinner last night. So that was really good. I'm so happy for him, and I'm so proud of him. He was struggling for a little bit there, guys, just trying to find his way and figuring out what he wanted to do with himself. And I think he's got it now, I think he's got it. All right. So we have our necklace finished. Really, really pretty. I'll try it on at the end for you guys, along with the earrings. They are very pretty. So you can always use a toggle. Like if you have a fancy toggle and you know, you don't have to lose a piece of it to use it. But if you think, man, that would be a really cute focal, use it. Use it as a focal. Hang some little dangles from it or make like a little tassel from it or something like that. Sometimes we think that, its only function is to be a toggle. It's not. You can do a lot with it. If you had two of them, you could even make a pair of earrings out of them. It'd be really cute. Unfortunately, I only had one, so. All right. Now I have here some beads, and I'm pulling together a couple pieces. I want them to kind of look similar. They don't have to be exact, but kind of be similar, of the citrine. And we're just going to do like a simple, like chain earring, okay? So the first thing I want to do is I would like to put my top part on, okay? So we're going to do the same thing like we did on the necklace. We're going to use our clamshell and our crimp. Just flatten it down. And then go ahead and close that up. There we go. There's one. You know what? I'm going to see if I have a couple more flowers, and I'll be right back. And I want to grab a couple more of those other crimps. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went and grabbed another flower like this one because the other one wouldn't fit through the chain for some reason. I think something was like stuck in it or something. So let's go ahead and do this one too. Now you can shorten these if you don't want yours to be like 2.5 inches long. They're going to be even a little bit longer because of the ear wire and the clamshell. But you can always shorten it. You can have shorter wire. And if you don't have, you guys, if you don't have the same beads as I do, it's okay. Find some similar shapes. Oh, see, that one didn't hold. Find some similar shapes and create it yourself. And you don't need to have crayon chain to do this, but if you want it, I like I said, I'll have some links for you to find it. You can use regular beading wire, and you can do this with regular beading wire too, the exact same thing I'm doing. I just recommend maybe using a smaller crimp bead instead of a crimp tube. It just seems to help. All right. Find my pliers. What did I do with them? Oh, they're right here in front of my face, you guys. I'm telling you. Just turn that so the crimp is flat into the clam. All right, so now we have those parts made, okay? So now we just want to see how many beads we actually want on here. So do I want like some more citrine, how much will fit on here? So here's a couple small ones, and we're going to do this from the top down. So let's see if that fits and see how much we can actually fit on here. Oh yeah, we're good. Look at that. We still have plenty of space. So I'm putting 3 and this little tiny bead at 2. All right. And then we're going to grab this crimp, put it close to the bottom. And just like that. Okay, and then we can put our ear wire on. If you want to even go further, you can do little crimps in between each one and have them floating, which is really cute. I've done that before too. It's a really cute way to do it. Stainless steel ear wires are no joke. They are really strong. All right, so let's do this other one. All right. And it looks like I left almost 1/4 of an inch down there at the bottom. So we're going to do the same thing here. Actually about just under 1/4 of an inch, I should say. All right, and now we are good to go. They are close to the same. Oh yeah, yeah, that looks pretty good. All right. Oh, I was gonna put these little flowers on. You know what? Too late, not doing it. Not undoing all that. It's okay, these are cute enough. They don't need flowers, right? We're good. Okay. And there's our earrings. All right, you guys, I'm gonna turn this around, get this cleaned up real quick, and I will try these on for you. All right, guys, so here are the earrings. I think they turned out really pretty. They're nice and sparkly. And then here's our necklace. They're cute little charms on the bottom of our little focal. I think this turned out really great too. Look at all that sparkle and shine. And then all the beads are right here up front. So the only thing you have left back here is your nice metal chain. And it's like perfect. You used a lot of beads, but not all your beads. You still have some beads left over. Well, I don't have any more of the blue. I wish I would have bought like 3 packages of that. And seriously, if I would have known that they were going to be this beautiful, I would have bought more. All right, guys, sending you all my love, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.